Hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is your Atlanta Rippers lineup. Charlie Bubblegum leading off in right field. Benny Rodriguez in center. East and West at first base. Meals Wheels at the hot corner. Schwarbaum's out in left field. Rosario at short. Dixon Yomota at second base. Carlson behind the plate. And Freddie Helium on the mound. And your Cleveland Steamers lineup tonight, Longtree at second base leading off, Dick Avery in left, Thermos Monsoon, the big man behind the plate, Kevin Chumbawamba in center field, Holden Two Dicks at short, Daddy Davis over at first, Giancarlo Hammer at third, Odion Muldoon in right field, and Mario Cano. And the Fro out on the bump tonight for Cleveland. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the first game action coming right up after the break. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I hope you're having a good evening so far. Thank you for joining us here for Week 5, Day 3 of the BHB as our first matchup tonight, the Atlanta Rippers versus the Cleveland Steamers. And we're ready to kick it off here with Cano on the mound facing Charlie Bubblegum. Quickly, 2-0. This one driven out to left. Not going to have the distance, but it will hit the wall. And that's going to be a standing double for Bubblegum, straight off of the bat, no pun intended there. And we're headed to Benny Rodriguez up next. And that one is dribbled foul. Another foul ball there, 1-2 the count now. The runner goes, but it's drilled right at second base, and they get him off the bag for a double play. Quickly turning two there. bad time to steal, and Atlanta's already going to regret that. 0-2 quickly to count on East and West. And a hard grounder to Tudix, who handles it effortlessly for out number 3. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. Puma Longtree, the second baseman, out to start it off for Cleveland. And of course, our man Freddie Helium on the mound, a noble gas and a noble pitcher. As that one is driven up the middle, it's a leadoff single to get Cleveland going here. Big Dick Avery will follow it up next. He's the left fielder. One and one the count now on Avery. Runner goes. The throw down to second is not quite in time, and Longtree's got himself a stolen bag. Fouls that one away. Count even at 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the first out. That will bring up Thermos Monsoon. Runner in scoring position, only one away so far. Misses away quickly, 2-0. Fouls that one away, 2-1 now. Driven hard up the middle, it's a base hit. It will get through. Rodriguez rifles it home. Will it be in time? It will not be. Carlson bobbles it, but a little late on the throw anyway. I don't think they would have had him. The run scores, and Cleveland strikes first, 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Kevin Chumbawamba up next, a very dangerous hitter, and you can see Helium pitching around him. 3-0 the count. Being very careful, perhaps too careful, and Chumbawamba will get a free base. First and second, one out for Holden Tudix here. 1-1 on Tudix. That one catches the edge, 1-2 now. That one is a flare over the first baseman's head. It's going to drop, and that will be a RBI single for Holden Tudix, and Cleveland is up 2-0. Daddy Davis up next. Runners on the corners, looking to do some more damage here for Cleveland. A soft grounder to third, could be 2, but a little too slow on the draw. Run scores, although they get the out at first. Cleveland up 3. Popped straight up in the air, and that should do it for the first. Carlson is there to bag it. So that's your first inning, 3-0 Cleveland as we head to the top of the second here at Big Sky.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 50.
Meals Wheels starting it off for Atlanta. Atlanta with that unlucky double play in the top of the first. Don't get me wrong, very quick thinking by the Cleveland defense, but just the absolute wrong time to steal as that one is dribbled down the first base line for out number 1. Jack Schwarbum's up next. Two and 1 the count now on Schwarbums. That one is grounded to short, and Tudix fires to first for out number 2. So a quick 2 outs here as Lilium Rosario squares up for her first at bat of the night. Full count on Rosario as she pops that one high in the air. Cano's going to try and take it himself, and he will. Speaking of Cano, looking absolutely dominant so far, giving up just that one hit. And we're headed to the bottom of the second. Cleveland hoping to tack on some more. Odion Muldoon will lead it off. The right fielder batting 8th for Cleveland. Drills that one up the middle, but right at center fielder Rodriguez for the first out. And the pitcher Mario Cano will step up to the plate. skies it into center field. Got more distance than you would expect out of a pitcher, but still going to be caught for out number 2. And with that, Cleveland rolls the lineup over to Puma Longtree again, who singled his first time up. Also snagged second. That one dribbled down the line, but just foul. 0-2. Popped up behind the plate. If it stays in play, it's an out, and that it will be. So we've played 2. Still 3-0 Cleveland.
Now batting the second baseman.
Dixon Yomutta will lead it off for Atlanta. Cano looking to continue his dominant performance so far. Dribble down the third base line. Hammer gobbles it up, throws to first, and gets him by a couple steps. That's one away. And Benji Carlson, the next batter. Quickly 2-0 on Carlson. A pop-up off the end of the bat. That one's going to spend way too much time in the sky, and Muldoon centers himself under it for out number 2. And the pitcher, Freddie Helium, will take his first at bat now. Cano locked in with a healthy-looking pitch count so far. 2-2 the count now on Helium. And a full count. That one skied into left, not quite going to have the mustard, and that's out number 3. Still no score for the Rippers, and 3 on the board for Cleveland as we head to the bottom of the third. Dick Avery starting it off.
Number 33. Inside.
1-1 the count on Avery. Drills it foul, 1-2. Oh, and he checks the swing on a beautiful breaking ball. That will be strike 3. So 1 away here as Helium gets the looking punch out. And that'll bring up Thermos Monsoon, who's got an RBI double so far. Pops that one foul, 1-2. This one hit very well to left center field. It's high, it's back, it's to the wall, it's gone! A so-low shot for Thermos Monsoon. And that will expand on the Cleveland lead, making it 4-0. So 4-0 Cleveland here in the bottom of the third. Kevin Chumbawamba up next. Two and 1 the count now on Chumbawamba. And he walked him. So a free base issued to Kevin Chumbawamba. Holden Tudix up next. He's got a single and an RBI. One and 2 the count now. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Helium puts him away. 2 strikeouts this inning for Helium as Daddy Davis up next. The runner goes and the throw down to second, not in time. It's a stolen base. That one is hammered deep to center field. No question, that ball is gone. A 2-run shot for Daddy Davis, bringing home Kevin Chumbawamba. A long 443-footer. And it's 6-0 Cleveland just like that. Giancarlo Hammer up next. And a soft liner to Rosario at shortstop will end the damage. But Cleveland puts another 3 on the board, making it 6-0 as we head to the top of the 4th.
Number 16.
And here's Charlie Bubblegum. He's got Atlanta's only hit so far on the night. It was a double to lead it off in the first inning. 2-2 the count on Bubblegum. That one is a soft grounder down third. The throw off target, and he will reach on the throwing error.
Number 12.
So an erroneous throw leads to a man on first, and that brings up Benny Rodriguez. Two and one the count on Rodriguez. A soft grounder to first. This could be two to Tudix for one. Back to first. It's a double play, a twin killing to get 2 outs here for Cleveland. And East and West up next. Bases newly cleaned, 2 outs on the board, and 2 balls on the board as well. Gets that one in there for a strike, 2-1. Fouls that one away to stay alive. Count even at 2-2. Misses low. The count goes full. He is really putting up a fight up there. That one is drilled into left center field. It's going to roll to the wall. Chumbawamba with the nice playing to carry him off the wall, and the throw in will hold the runner at first, but a single here. And Atlanta's got some life with 2 outs. Meals Wheels hoping to keep the train rolling. And that one is a fair ball off the glove of Davis. It rolls out of play for a ground rule double. And the run does not score. Runner will be held at third. So second and third, 2 outs. Big spot here for Jack Schwarbombs. And he pops it behind third base. Should be a routine play. And Hammer gobbles it up. Out number 3, crisis averted. No runs for Atlanta as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Cleveland getting another shot at bat. Odion Muldoon, 0 for 1 so far. Three and 1 the count now on Muldoon. This one skied into right. It didn't sound good, but it's got some distance. It will not quite be enough. Bubblegum wraps it up for out number 1. Pitcher Mario Cano swing the bat next. Got a lot of that one, but it went foul. Grounder to shortstop Rosario to first, and that's out number 2. Lineup rolls over to Puma Longtree. He's 1 for 2 so far with a single. That one flared over first base, but just foul. 2-1. Another foul ball evens the count. Misses low. The count goes full. And it gets away from the catcher. Ball 4 regardless. And a base runner here for Cleveland with 2 away. Freddie Helium's night is over. He will be replaced by Weston East, who takes over early here in the 4th inning. That one gets away from the catcher. Carlson will not even attempt the throw to second base, and the runner advances. That one hit hard through the right side. It's a base hit. Bubblegum throwing home will hold the runner. Runners on the corners with 2 away for the very, very ever dangerous Thermos Monsoon. Already homered and doubled tonight. He's got 2 RBIs. But not so dangerous there, as that one is popped. Almost an exact replica of the out that ended the top of this inning. And we're headed to the 5th. 6-0 Cleveland.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 47.
Her name is Lilium Rosario, and she's leading it off here in the 5th. Two and 1 the count now. Count goes full. Big swing and a miss on, looked like a beautiful slider. And that's out number 1, Dixon Yomutta. Take a crack at it next. Cano still looking very good. Pitch count beginning to climb, but still not that insane. I would say he's still got a hefty amount of baseball left in front of him tonight before he gets pulled. 3-1 the count now here, and he will lose Yomutta, who will trot down to first base. Benji Carlson up next. That one hit hard, but Davis with a beautiful diving snag. Absolute robbery, and that is out number 2. So pitcher Weston East up next. What a web gem that was by Daddy Davis. Fouled away. 0-2 the count now. Hard grounder to third. Hammer bobbles it, but recovers in time. Throws over to first for the out. So we're halfway through, 6-0 Cleveland. But there's plenty of baseball left, folks. This game is nowhere near over. Weston East on the mound facing Kevin Chumbawamba, who has walked twice tonight. Halfway on the way to his third. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1. 2-2. East fighting back. And the count goes full. Big swing and a miss on what could have been ball 4, and that's out number 1. Holden Tudix steps in next. Ground ball right to Easton West over at first, and he fields cleanly and walks it over to the bag for out number 2. Daddy Davis, the web gem star of the last inning, or the top of this inning rather, he's going to take some swings here. And 1-1 the count. Blooped over the first baseman, a little too much air under it, and Bubblegum is able to blow his bubbly way over and get under it for out number 3. So we're headed at the top of the 6th, still 6-0 Cleveland. Cano still looking good on the mound for Cleveland. He's going to try and continue his commandful performance tonight. And 2-1 up against Charlie Bubblegum. Bubblegum started off with that double, but was then unluckily doubled off on the sharp line drive double play. And that's going to be a dribbler to second base for out number 1. Benny Rodriguez up next, still looking for his first hit tonight. Two and 1 the count on Rodriguez. Full count again. Rodriguez putting up a good fight. Fouling 2 away now. This is a long at bat. Foul, make it 3. We'll do it again. And draws the walk after all that. What an at bat from Benny. Driving up the pitch count and bringing up East and West. And that will do it for Mr. Cano. Cleveland's going to make the double switch, bringing in R.A. Dongy and Dong Mattingly at first base. Can't say enough about the patience of Benny Rodriguez at the plate there. That one hit hard up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. So Rippers have men on first and second with only one away here in the top of the 6th. Meals Wheels, the batter now 1 for 2 with a double. A little flare over the right side. It's going to find the grass. Runner coming home. Muldoon throws. Mattingly cuts it off. No chance of getting him, and the run scores. So Atlanta on the board here in the 6th inning. It's 6-1 Cleveland. Jack Schwarbaum's up next. Hammers it over the third baseman's head. That'll bring at least one home. Runners on the corners, 6-2, still one away. Lilium Rosario up next, trying to keep the rally going for Atlanta. Fouls that one away. It's going to sneak into the stands. 0-1. Grounder to third base, could be 2, and it will be. Cleveland executes to get out of that one, but not before giving up 2 runs to Atlanta, making it a 6-2 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Giancarlo Hammer not having the best night. He's bobbled a few balls, but he did manage to start that double play to end the last, or the top of this inning, rather. Still looking for his first hit, however. And it's 2-1. Grounder to Meals Wheels at third. Throws over to first. That's 1 away. And now Odion Muldoon, the batter. Sky high pop-up on the first pitch. Rosario calls everyone off, and she puts it away. 2 gone quickly here. And Dong Mattingly up next. His first at bat after taking over at first base. A hard hit line drive, but right at William at shortstop, and that's going to do it for the 6th inning. So after 6, it's 6-2. Cleveland leads by 4.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 8.
Dixon Yomota is going to start it off for Atlanta. And their clock is ticking here. Only 9 more outs to get 4 more runs in regulation, that is. 1-2 the count on Yomota, who manages to hold up there. That'll go 2-2. Almost hits him in the toe, and it's a full count. A grounder to second. Longtree bobbles, but recovers in time to get the out at first base. 1 away now for Benji Carlson, who is kind of struggling tonight. He's had a pass ball or 2. He hasn't managed to scrape together a hit, but that could all change right here. And it looks like it will not, as Two Dicks tosses it over to first to put him away. Out number 2, and the pitcher Weston East will come up and immediately be replaced by Alan Grant. Hitting that one hard over to first base, but Mattingly with the cat-like reflexes to gobble it up for out number 3. So it's time to stretch here at Big Sky. 6-2 Cleveland.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9.
Puma Longtree will start it off for Cleveland. Longtree's got a single and a walk so far, and that one is going to be caught by Yomota, who climbs the ladder, making a great jumping catch at second base. Dick Avery going to follow it up here. New pitcher, by the way, on the mound for the Rippers is Ty Ceratops. East and West, of course, having to be replaced after being pinch hit for. And the count goes full on Avery. Hit high into shallow right. Should be routine. Bubblegum brings it in out number 2. Thermos Monsoon up again. And he's a guy that you don't want to go... you don't want to be in the bathroom when he comes up to the plate. You just might miss something huge. But this would have been an okay time to take a bathroom break as he pops out behind the plate. Out number 3, headed to the 8th. 6-2 Steamers over the Rippers.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Charlie Bubblegum will start it off. He doubled in the first, but has done nothing since, at the plate at least. And a lazy liner to Longtree at second base is out number 1. Benny Rodriguez up next. Hit very high behind the plate. That one's going to go into the stands. One and 2, the count on Rodriguez. Just got under that one and skied it into right. Muldoon squarely under it, puts it away. Out number 2.
number 33.
And East and West at the plate now. Another pop-up. This time it's to Dong Mattingly at first. The green glove gobbles it up for out number 3. Headed to the bottom of the 8th. Still the same score. 6-2 Steamers.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Kevin Chumbawamba at the plate now. 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. The count even 1-1. Hard hit grounder under the arm of the diving Lilium Rosario. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. That's going to be a double for Chumbawamba to lead it off. And so now runner on second base, no one away, holding Tudix at the plate. That one bounces off the glove of the catcher. It's going to be a free base for Chumbawamba. Carlson recovers the ball from the backstop, but not before the Steamers have their 7th run 90 feet away. And 1-2 on Tudix, who puts it over the head of the second baseman into the gap. 1 run will score. Tudix headed for second. He's going to hold up there. It's an RBI double for Holden Tudix, and it's 7-2 Cleveland Steamers. R.A. Dongi, the pitcher, batting 6th, interestingly enough. And he lays down an actually pretty good bunt, and the sacrifice will advance Tudix to third. 1 away now. Giancarlo Hammer at the plate. Skied into left field, should be a no-brainer for Schwarbombs. He bags it, throws home. Is it in time? It is! Just gets Tudix at the plate for out number 3 to save another run. But the Rippers are up against it here. They've got to get 5 runs or it's game over. And Meals Wheels will be the first one to start it off. He's 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and an RBI. Beautiful throw there by Schwarbombs to get the outfield assist. And Wheels is going to dribble that one to first. Mattingly to Dongi for out number 1. And the man of the hour in the top of this, or in the bottom of the last inning, Schwarbombs at the plate now. 1 away. Wickler behind 0-2. That one is skied into foul territory. It will make the seats. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's out number 2. Atlanta is down to their final out. And it is Lilium Rosario to try and stave off the loss. Not doing so well so far, 0-2. That one hit up the middle. Longtree is there in time, throws to first, and that's the game. 7-2 is your final as Cleveland takes the victory here in Big Sky. Not a terribly unbalanced game. As you can see, it's only 8 hits to 6. But for whatever reason, Cleveland looking very dominant here tonight. They started off behind the very powerful Cano on the mound. And R.A. Dongi kept it going for them there. The Rippers just struggled to get much of anything going on offense. And you got to wonder if that unlucky double play in the top of the first really kind of set them off on the wrong foot. Looking at the stats here, Easton West and Meals Wheels are your standouts for Atlanta. And it's a lot harder to make choices for Cleveland. They had a lot of standouts. Holden Tudix is a big one, but also Captain Chumbawamba walked twice, got a hit, and scored 3 runs. So he was a threat every time he came up. Thermos Monsoon, of course, with a huge dinger early in the game. And, well, they just didn't make a whole lot of mistakes at the plate. Of course, pitching for Cleveland, very strong. Helium struggled for the start for the Rippers and giving up 6 of the 7 earned runs this game. West and East held strong for a little while, and Ceratops came in, gave up only 1. Cano and Dongi giving up each 1 earned run. And just a very strong performance by the Cleveland pitchers in this game. Your cards: Monsoon, the hero; Davis, a close second; and Chumbawamba, third. Impossible to ignore any of these guys at the plate tonight. So that's our first game, but don't go anywhere. We have 3 more games coming up for you tonight. Stick around. Your international man meets lineup. We've got Perry in right, Dan Gleasack in left, Howie Feltersnatch behind the plate, Orinoco at shortstop, Donnie Danks at third, Storm Phillips over at first, Bradley at second, Dixie Normus out in center field, and Gregor von Gerbert, the big righty on the mound. Boy, I just got one of those Twitch ads for the Taco Bell $5 build your own cravings box. And, woo! I am hungry. But I hope you're hungry for some baseball. Your turkeys lineup coming up next. Kirky has got Tommy Noodles leading off catcher. Mighty Bunce Jr. at the hot corner. Ray Colston, who's been on a hot streak at the plate recently over at first. Dix Betweener Legs at shortstop. Domingo Ayala at second base, Mojo Rising out in center, Parker Thomas in right, Skylar Kingsley in left, and Zeus Williams, the Greek god with the majestic white beard, the left-hander on the mound. Don't go anywhere, more BHB action coming right up. Welcome everybody to Shaka Sports Turf. My name is Tip Tippington and I will be your commentator tonight. And it is the second matchup of the evening. We've got the international man meets facing off against Albuquerque Turkeys. And starting things off will be Russ Perry for the man meets facing Zeus Williams on the mound. That one skied into right field, a little too much under it. Parker Thomas is able to make it over for out number one. Dan Gleasack, next up, drives it to center field, but right at center fielder Mojo Rising. Barely had to move out number two. And Howie Feltersnatch up next. Big Zeus, 2 outs in only 4 pitches. That definitely bodes well for his pitch count. 3-1 now on Feltersnatch. That one is hit through the right side. Bunce Jr. can't hang on to it, and that's going to be an infield single for Feltersnatch. And Nicholas Orinoco, cleanup hitting shortstop, up next for the meets. Pick off to first. Howie had no intention of stealing. He gets back without issue. 1-1 the count on Orinoco. And Howie does actually have an intent of stealing, and he will succeed. Stolen base for Howie Feltersnatch. 2-2 the count on Orinoco, who fouls that one away. And the count goes full. That one blooped, and it can't hang on. It will drop and hit the ground. Feltersnatch heading home, and he will score. The man meets on the board here in the top of the first, 1-0. Donnie Danks up next. Runner on first, 2 away. And Zeus's pitch count is no longer looking so shiny. 18 pitches now and counting. 2-1 the count now on Danks. 3-1 the count now. That one is hit hard foul. Full count. Runner will go. And a dribbler down the third base line. Bunce Jr. throws over to first for out number 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the first. 1-0. Man meets take an early lead. Tom Rahman starting it off for Kirky. And he faces Gregor von Gerbert, starter on the mound for the meets. 2-1 the count now on Rahman. And he loses him. Tom Rahman takes the walk down to first base, bringing up Mighty Bunce Jr. Takes a strike for 0-1. Hit hard up the middle, past the diving second baseman. That is going to be a single. So a walk and a single to start off the bottom of the first. Turkey's threatening here with the very dangerous, at least as of recently, Ray Colston at the plate. Fouls that one away, 1-1 on Ray. Soft grounder to short. This could be 2. Orinoco to Bradley, over to Storm Phillips. It's 2. A twin killing here. Runner advances to third base, so 2 away, runner on third for Dixby tweener legs. Man meets coming through in the clutch there, trying to save this run and maintain their lead. 1-2 the count now on Dixby. Skied high in the air, and Von Gerbert is going to make quick work of it for out number 3. Crisis averted for the Meats as we head to the top of the second. Still 1-0. Storm Phillips, the first baseman, will start it off for the Meats. Quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on strike 3, a 3-pitch strikeout for the Greek god Zeus, as Kendrick Bradley steps in. Drills that one up the middle. That's a no-doubt base hit. And it will get by the center fielder. Runner advancing to second. He's going to round and head to third. Mojo relays it into Ayala, but it's just damage control at this point, as that was a standing triple rather, with 1 away, and so the man meets close to doubling their lead. And Dixie Normus, the man hoping to do it here. 1-1 the count now. Soft grounder to third. Bunce Jr. goes over to first with it. That's an out, but it will be an RBI as International goes up 2-0 over Kirky. And pitcher Von Gerbert at the plate now. His first at bat of the night. Grounder over to first base. Colston is there. Throws to Zeus at first, and that is out number 3. But the Meats put up another one. 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here at Shaka. Domingo Ayala starting it off for Kirky. 2-1 the count now on Domingo. That one hit hard up the middle. Orinoco lays out for it, throws to first, and just in time. A beautiful defensive play for out number 1. You can almost feel Von Gerbert's big exhale from here. Taking a hit away there. And 1-2 the count on Mojo Rising, the center fielder for Kirky. 2-2 the count now. Takes strike 3 on the up and away corner. Ump says he got a piece of it, and that's all it takes. 2 away here. No one on. Parker Thomas at the plate. Quickly 0-2 on Thomas. Von Gerbert really digging in the second inning. Strike 3 taken on the upper half. So still 2-0 as we head to the top of the third, and Meats looking good so far. And the lineup rolls over to Russ Perry, the leadoff hitting right fielder. Hard hit grounder, but tweener legs, the shortstop all over it. That's a routine out number 1. Dan Glisak up next. Another hard hit grounder, but this time it's to Ayala, who makes equally short work of it for out number 2. So a quick 2 outs here for Zeus Williams in the top of the third. Howie Feltersnatch, the batter next, and if you remember, he's the one who got things started there in the first. 3-1 the count now. And he misses in, issuing a free base to Howie Feltersnatch, and Nicholas Orinoco up next. He's got an RBI single so far. Throw over to first, and it's a good one, considering how he sold the bag in the first. Zeus is keeping his all-seeing eye on him. 2-0 the count on Orinoco, as that one's in there for a strike. 2-2 the count now. A little bit of chatter in the stream chat about the ump strike zone. Hard to argue with, but we also have two great hurlers on the mound tonight, and masters of illusion they are. That one just foul, barely missing the line. We'll do it again. 2-2. That one hit very high into right center field. Should be a no doubt out, and it is. So no runs for the Meats as Kirky puts up their first defensive goose egg of the night. And we're headed to the bottom of the third. Skylar Kingsley starting off now.
Number 7. That's inside. No, inside. No, that's high. That's ball 4.
4 straight balls, and Kingsley will take a walk. Bringing up the pitcher, Zeus Williams, who will not be hitting with a trident, although I suppose that's Poseidon anyway. Lays down a beautiful bunt to Von Gerbert, who has no option but to go to first with it. Runner will advance on the sac bunt. So runner in scoring position for Kirky. The dangerous Tom Rahman at the plate now with only 1 away. Rahman walked his first time up and very close to doing it again. And that he will. 4 straight balls, and Rahman takes another walk. Maybe don't even bring a bat up to the plate next time, huh? Mighty Bunce Jr. at the plate now, 1 for 1 with a single. Runners on first and second, 1 away. 1-1 the count on Bunce Jr. Drill Bradley climbs the ladder, a beautiful jumping catch, and that definitely saved a run. Throws back to second, not in time. Runners stay where they are, 2 away for Ray Ray. Quickly 0-2 on Ray Ray. Oh, just misses high, 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Boy, does he have Ray Ray's number so far. Still no runs for the Kirky Turkeys as we head to the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 International Man Meats. And it'll be Donnie Danks to start it off. Hit hard up the middle. That's a base hit. A single to start it off for Danks. And Man Meats dangerous at the plate once again. Storm Phillips, the batter now. He had a pretty unceremonious strikeout earlier in the game. 1-1 the count now. Hit hard up the middle, and Storm's got his first base hit. First and second now for the Meats, who threaten once more. Still no one away, and Kendrick Bradley, the batter now, known around the league, well, rumored I should say, to bathe in hard whiskey, which the smell must be absolutely unbearable. But the results undeniable as he hit that standing triple earlier in the game. 2-1 here, and a very, very big spot. And he walked him. Bradley trots down to first base, loading the bases for Dixie Normus, who's got an RBI on the night. Misses away, 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. Playing with fire here is Zeus Williams. That one is skied into right, gonna go foul, and that will be the first strike, so 2-1 now. 3-1 now. That one curves in for a strike. Full count, bases loaded. Hit hard, foul, will do it again. That one is over the outstretched glove of the second baseman. Runners will come home. The throw to third for some reason, and 2 runs will come in to score. It's 4-0 Man Meats. And that's going to do it for Zeus Williams. He's going to be replaced by Vicky Summers, the reliever, here in the top of the 4th. Still no one away. A bunt laid down, advancing both of the runners. The out made at first, and that's the first one. So 1 away, runners on second and third for Russ Perry. That one's somehow a strike on the lower half. But he's not bothered by it. Hitting that one right up the middle. It's an RBI single, and the man meat's really pouring it on here in the fourth. 5-0. Dangly sack up now. Runners on the corners, 1 away. And skies it to left. Will it be deep enough to bring the runner home? Kingsley is not even going to challenge it. Although Tweener Legs apparently had other ideas. Run crosses the plate, no problem on the sac fly. 6-0 man meets for Howie Feltersnatch. 2 away, runner on first. Hit hard up the middle. Tweener Legs gets dirty for it, throws over to first, but not in time. Feltersnatch with the wheels once again, and he legs that one out. Summers trying to remain intrepid out there, but it's finally starting to get to her. She's looking tense. Polston getting dirty for that. And bringing some life back into Summers with that third out. So the reign of terror comes to an end, at least for now, but not before the Meats put up 4 to make it 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Tweener Legs started off for Kirky. 1-2 the count now on Tweener Legs. Soft grounder just to stay alive. Another foul. Swing and a miss on the heat on the inner half. Von Gerbert really getting into a rhythm out there on the mound. Only 51 pitches deep here in the bottom of the fourth with 1 away, facing Domingo Ayala. 2-2 the count now on Ayala. A sky-high pop-up to shortstop. Orinoco, the man of the hour, to put it away. Out number 2. Mojo rising, looking to get something going with 2 outs here for Kirky. And it's a grounder to Danks at third. Throws over to first for out number 3. So a very uneventful bottom of the fourth, and Von Gerbert's got a 1-hitter going as we head into the top of the fifth. Donnie Danks starting it off for the Meats. 1 for 2 so far with a single. And that one is going to be caught by Tweener Legs, who gets on his belly to make the save. And it's out number 1. Boy, he took a hit away from him there. Storm Phillips up next, also 1 for 2 with a single. 2-0 the count now on Phillips. That one's in there for a strike. Turns on it and hits it hard into left field. A one-hopper to Skylar Kingsley, who will relay it into second, but that's a base hit. Runner on first with 1 out for Kendrick Bradley, the whiskey-bathing triple hitter. And he pounds this one into right. It's going to find the grass. A one-hopper off the wall. Runners are going and going and going. That's going to be a standing double for Bradley. And the Meats now have runners, both runners in scoring position with 1 away. Dixie Normus at the plate. He's already got 3 RBIs tonight. Looking for even more here. 1-2 the count as Vicky Summers tries to regain some footing, and she will with the swinging strikeout there. Bringing up the locked-in pitcher, Gregor Von Gerbert. 2 away now. Turkey's hoping to shut this down right here. Takes a strike. 1-2 now. This one hit hard up the middle. It's a pitcher RBI. Make it 2. He's rounding first base, going to second. 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI double for the pitcher, Von Gerbert. And the Man Meats continue to chug ahead, 8-0. And that's going to do it for Vicky Summers, who really served only to throw gasoline on the fire here tonight. Herschel Hershey out there to hopefully clean it up for Kirky. And he faces Russ Perry. 0-2 on Russ Perry. Runner on second base, 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and it ends there. but not before the pitcher of all people blasts one into the outfield to bring home 2. And the Meats continue to pile on 8-0. Turkey searching for any sign of life, and Parker Thomas, the man at the plate now, hoping to provide that. Well hit, but unfortunately for him, right at the right fielder, Russ Perry, and that's 1 away. Skylar Kingsley up now. He didn't get a chance to get a hit as he was walked his first time up. 3-1 the count now on Skylar. That one's in there for a strike. Count goes full. Misses high, and it's another walk for Kingsley. He's just saying, pitch to me, man. I want to swing the bat. But I'll take it. And it's Herschel Hershey at the plate now. Offers bunt, pulls it back. That's ball 1. Pulls it back again, but that's a strike. 1-1 the count. Runner on first. Lays one down in front of the plate. Feltersnatch is going to take the easy out at first. So that's 2, and Kirky moves 1 into scoring position. So they only need to do that 7 more times and convert on all of them, and it's a tie game. Von Gerbert fires a strike to Tom Rahman, who's also walked twice. This one's up the middle, and it's going to bring the runner home. Kirky finally on the board as they strike here in the bottom of the 5th, 8-1. And the Hershey bunt proves effective, ultimately bringing a runner home for the Turkeys. Mighty Bunts Jr. up now with 2 away, runner on first. Drills it into right field past the first baseman. That's a solid base hit, and runner headed for third will make it there easily. It gets by, but Von Gerbert is right where he needs to be, backing up the third baseman. They teach you that in Little League, and every once in a while you'll see a pro forget to do it, but not Von Gerbert. A true man of discipline, and it saves a run there. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Ray at the plate now. She's been hot the last few games, but struggling tonight. 0 for 2 so far. And make it 0 for 3 as that one curves in there and catches a piece of the zone, says the ump at least, and that'll do it for the 5th. Kirky fires back, putting 1 on the board, but still a very decisive lead for the Meats. 8-1 heading into the top of the 6th. Hershey still on the mound for Kirky, faces Dan Gleasack. 0 for 2, but he's got an RBI. Misses low, and that's ball 4. So Gleasack will take the walk down to first. Howie Feltersnatch, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a walk. He's also got himself a stolen base. Hits that one hard. It's going to get through the left side. A base hit for Feltersnatch, who has now reached base 4 times tonight. That man's getting paid. Nicholas Orinoco up next. Runners on first and second, no one away. Skies it into center field. Can of corn from Mojo Rising. Runner trying to advance to third, and he is out by a mile. A double play there with the outfield assist from Rising. And you got to be scratching your head at the third base coach's call there. I don't know what was going on with that, but I guess when you're up by 7, you can afford to take some risks like that, as crazy as it might have been. I think he had lottery odds making it there on that one, as that one is loftily lined over to first for out number 3. 8-1 heading into the bottom of the 6th. Tweener legs at the plate now, faces a very locked in Von Gerbert. 80 pitches deep here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 the count now. Fouls it away to stay alive. Takes that one as it drifts in. Count goes full. Oh, and he manages to hold up. Beautiful discipline at the plate there to draw the walk. Domingo Ayala, the batter now. Von Gerbert hasn't been great about walking people. He's put up 5 bases on balls tonight, but managed to keep all of them except for, well, I guess 1 from scoring. So ultimately inconsequential, and really that's all you ask out of a starter with regards to walks, at least. 3-1 the count now on Ayala, who drills this one to center, but right at center fielder Normus, who fields it cleanly for out number 1. Mojo Rising up next. Von Gerbert starting to show signs of wear. It's still looking very good, as that one is lined directly at Russ Perry for out number 2. You know, the Turkeys, they're hitting the ball. They're making very solid contact. It sounds good coming off the bat, but it's as if they got a magnet in it, and the south end is in all the gloves of the meats. It's every hit's going right to them. You can't get more unlucky than that. And Parker Thomas hoping to tip the scales on that. 3-1 the count now on Thomas. And that's going to be popped behind second base. Orinoco is there. That'll do it for the 6th. 8-1 meets so far as we head to the top of the 7th.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 34.
Storm Phillips up now. Had a rough first at bat, but 2 singles afterwards. 2 for 3 now, facing Herschel Hershey. And a big cut and a miss there for strike 3. So 1 away on the punch out from Hershey, and that'll bring up Kendrick Bradley, who has been dangerous every time he stepped up to the plate tonight. 2 for 2 at the dish with a walk. And by the way, those 2 hits, a standing double and a standing triple. So yeah. But it looks like Hershey will manage to get him to ground out here. The mojo drops as out number 2 is recorded, and Dixie Normus steps in. Hershey seeming to bounce back here in the top of the 7th, but you got to wonder if it's a little late for that. Of course, that's not on him. All the runs were given up before he got in. Dixie Normus takes ball 4, and he will trot down to first. So Gregor Von Gerbert, the pitcher, but he's also a hitter. Although it looks like his night will finally come to a close as Ivana Threesome will step in and have a chance at the dish. 2-0 the count now on Threesome. Runner on first, 2 away. 3-0. And she takes ball 4. So if he walks 1 more, she's going to get that threesome with all the base runners. Russ Perry at the plate now, 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI. And that one is dribbled in front of the mound. Hershey fields cleanly for out number 3. So that'll do it for Ivana Threesome. Chaim Tuvia, who has looked very, very strong, holding several leads for the meets in recent games, will come out on the mound and face Skylar Kingsley, who hasn't found a pitch to hit yet tonight. And that one dunks in right field. It's a single to lead it off for Skylar Kingsley. A little bloop dunk hit, whatever you want to call it, and Kirky's got a base runner. They're going to try and capitalize on that by pulling Hershey for the pinch hitting Axon Para. 2-0 the count now on Para. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1. Misses low, and that's a walk issued there. So Kirky's got men on first and second with Tom Rahman at the plate, who has been known to crush the ball. Tonight he's got an RBI single and 2 walks. So the pitcher's obviously very aware of his prowess as well. But no prowess here, as that one is going to be an out before it even reaches the ground, as the umps invoke the infield fly rule. Tuvia bags it nonetheless, and it's 1 away. Mighty Bunce Jr. at the plate now, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, and a big spot here if Kirky is to get anything going. 1-1 the count now on Bunce. Takes high, 2-1. 3-1 the count now, dangerously close to walking the bases loaded, but that one catches just the edge, and it's a full count. Popped up behind the plate. Felter snatch, puts it away, a quick out number 2, and Ray Colston still looking for her first hit of the night. Come up to face Tuvia. And she grounds right back to Tuvia on the mound, and that'll be out number 3. No damage done. Big, tasty, awesome meat coming in for Kirky. We're headed to the top of the 8th. It's 8-1 here at Shaka. Dan Gleasack starting it off for the meets. 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Swing and a miss at the big breaking ball, and that's out number 1. And Howie Feltersnatch up next. He's been on base 4 times tonight with 3 singles and a walk. He's stolen a base. Just a multi-tool player who's been very, very dangerous out there in all aspects tonight. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss for strike 3. They finally put him away. So 2 quick strikeouts here, and Orinoco coming up next. Kirky probably hoping or wishing they had put Awesome Meat in a little sooner. That one's fouled away behind 0-2. Hit hard, foul, stays alive. That one is dunked into left field. There's no way he's getting to it. That's going to drop in for a single. So a 2-out single as the Meats try to put up another threat in this game. Kirky just can't shake him. Donnie Danks up next. He's singled in 4 at-bats. 0-2 now. Fouls it away, 1-2. That one down the line. It's all about the chalk. That one's fair. Runner will hold at second, first and second with 2 away. Boy, that one rolled right over the bag. Could not have been closer. But a fair ball indeed, and Storm Phillips up next.
No, that's inside. Ball outside.
Awesome Meat misses again, 2-1. Hit hard right at Ayala, who was there to make the out for out number 3. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. A 7-run deficit. Can Kirky come back? We'll find out here pretty soon. Dixby Tweener Legs thinks so, and he's up there to make it happen. Takes one right down the middle, strike 1. This one hit very well to left center field. It's Shaka, so it's probably not going out, but it will land on the track and 1 hop off the wall. That is a standing double. Started off for Kirky. Domingo Ayala, the next one in line, hoping to form a rally here for his team. And boy, do they need one. They got to get 7 runs and 6 outs. And 1-1 the count on Ayala. Still looking for his first hit. Soft grounded to third. That's not going to do it. Danks over to first for out number 1. Mojo Rising up next. Another 0-3 so far. We'll see if he can change it here. Tuvia fires a strike. 1-2 the count. Back up the middle. Tuvia can't handle it. Bradley all over, throws to first, and a great recovery leads to out number 2. The runner, however, does advance. You'll find him at third base as Parker Thomas squares up. 2 away. Run number 2, 90 feet away. But that run, of course, ultimately inconsequential as the lead is much bigger. Oh, hit hard, and Tuvia is down. He caught that one right on the jaw. Runner just barely reaching. The run scores. It's 8-2. That's going to do it for Tuvia, who is going to be airlifted to the nearest medical facility. We wish him the best, but it's not looking good. Tyler West comes in, gives up a rocket to right, and it sneaks over the wall. Kirky cuts the lead in half. It's 8-4. Boy, and you talk about a tide turning. It hasn't completely shifted yet, but things are happening here, and all with 2 outs, mind you. As Tyler West is going to look to come back strong after that homer, facing Johnny Ollie, the pinch hitter, who grounds it to Bradley at second, and that will do it for the 8th inning. But Turkey's showing signs of life here. And it's 8-4 as we head to the last inning of regulation. Meets up next.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 30.
Dante Good on the mound for Kirky. And this one is skied into left center by Kendrick Bradley. And Rising puts it away, and that's 1 out. Dixie Normus up next. The Meats looking to pad the lead here. They've got a nice 4-run lead, but it used to be much bigger. And most of it went away in about 5 seconds. So you got to be a little gun shy that maybe that could happen again with no time to come back. It's thrown out at first. That's out number 2. Pitcher Tyler West up next, and they're going to let him swing. This one skied into foul territory in left field. Kingsley legs it over to it to make the third out. So, Kirky, a rally in their bones? Stick around to find out. They need 4. And they've got 3 outs left to do it. Top of the lineup coming up with Tommy Noodles. Tyler West still on the mound. A little tense after giving up that 2-run shot last inning. And that one is going to be shot into left, but it's just foul. 1-1. That one foul as well. 1-2 the count on Rahman. That's not a strike zone for anybody. 2-2. That one drilled into left field. It's fair. Rolls down the line, rounding first, heading for second. He'll reach easily with no throw. So a standing double there to start it off for the Turkeys. Just what the doctor ordered, and Mighty Bunce Jr. up next to keep it going. That one just gets a piece of the zone. 0-1. Fouls that one away. 1-2 the count now. Misses high and in, even count. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the first out here. Bunce Jr. goes down, bringing up Ray Colston. 0 for 4 on the night, runner in scoring position here. 1 away. Grounded to shortstop. Orinoco goes to third with it, and they've got him in a pickle. Bradley trying to run him down. Throw to West. He's running him down, and he will catch him. That's out number 2 as he applies the tag. And they that will do a number on the morale in the Turkeys' dugout as they are now down to their final out. And Dixby tweener legs, the man at the plate now. 2-1 the count now on Dixby. 3-1. A full count here. Runner going, a dribbler to second. That should do it. And that's your final score. 8-4 man meets over the Albuquerque Turkeys here at Shaka. And boy, lots to talk about here. An absolutely explosive performance by the man meets offense. And pretty much the exact opposite from Kirky until you get to that 8th inning where they were rubbing 2 sticks together and sparking a fire. But unfortunately, by that point, it was a little far gone, and their 3-run rally only got them back to 8-4. So 8-4 your final here. Let's take a look at the stats. Howie Feltersnatch, obviously an absolute force at the plate, but we got a lot to work with here. Orinoco, Danks, Phillips, Bradley. Perry's got a hit. Normus, the pitcher Von Gerbert got a hit with 2 RBIs behind it. And then you go over to Kirky. Top of the lineup looking good, Rahman Bunce Jr., but then you have Tweener Legs has 1, Thomas has 1, and Kingsley put up 2 hits and 2 walks. He reached 4 times, but everyone else kind of crickets chirping there on offense tonight. They went through several pitchers, several pinch hitters as well, and well, it all boils down to an 8-4 score. The loss ultimately will go to Zeus Williams, which is fair since he gave up 6 earned runs. And Von Gerbert, of course, nets the win on that. Very well deserved, even though control looking a little shaky. Gave up 5 bases on balls. Also struck out 5 and allowed only 1 earned run after all of that. 3 hits for him. Tuvia came in, and although he was charged with the 2 earned runs, still only gave up 3 hits, only walked 1, and ultimately managed to hold it. Tyler West came in and just kind of put a bow on that one. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's your second game. We're halfway through, but still 2 games of BHB action left to go. So you're absolutely out of your mind if you're planning on shutting the stream down and going anywhere else. Stick around. We've got more BHB action coming right up. Your Miami Knights. Lambert at first base, Wes Connors in right, Javier Barizzo at second base, Outlaw Owens in left, Igo Mondavi at shortstop, Rodriguez behind the plate, the large lad Layton at the hot corner, Vinny D in center, and the very, very deadly Ricky Kwan on the mound. Stick around, Game 3 of the Bread Bowl coming up right after the break. Let's get that bread. Game 3 of the Bread Bowl coming at you right now. It's the Las Vegas Jokers versus the Miami Knights, an even split at 1-1. And we'll see how it goes tonight. Gunny Maguire starting it off for Vegas. Quickly 0-2 on Maguire. Dunks this one into right field. The sliding right fielder is not going to get to it in time. Wes Connors, a great effort, but not quite enough. And it's a leadoff single to start this one off. Mr. Hugo up to bat now. Misses high, 2-0 on Hugo. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw down to second is in time, and they grill him at second. One away. 2-2 the count now. Just misses in, full count. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and it's a quick 2 outs. Bud Perkins at the plate next. 2 away, no one on. And quickly 0-2 on Perkins. 2-2 as that one misses outside. Fouls it away to stay alive. Full count now. Fouls it away again. And he takes high for ball 4, drawing the walk there. Joker's seemingly intent on driving up Kwan's pitch count, and frankly, it's not a terrible strategy. As Mike Twinscrew at the plate now, runner on first, 2 away. That one hit hard, but right at Javier Barizzo at second, who fields cleanly for out number 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the first, still scoreless here. Teddy Lambert will start it off for Miami. He faces AJ Stryker, the lefty on the mound for Vegas. 0-2 the count now on Teddy. Softly grounded to shortstop, Johnny Rocker fields, throws to first, and it's 1 away. Wes Connors up next. The big swinging right fielder, a lot of power, a lot of contact, and he uses it to put this one into left field on the ground. A seeing eye single there puts a runner on first for Miami with 1 out. Javier Brizzo up next.
Number 9.
That one's hit hard, fouled away, 0-1. That one is drilled into the gap, right center field. One hop, two hop off the wall. Runners are rifling around the bases. One's heading home, will reach no problem. They won't even attempt to throw him out. And it's 1-0 Knights just like that. RBI double there, and Outlaw Owens up next. Runner on second, one away. Perfectly placed in the gap was that shot. Fouls it away, 1-2 the count. Just misses in, count goes even. Hit hard, but foul again. Misses high, count goes full. Swing and a miss for strike three, but still an admirable at bat there. I think that was about 8 pitches long. And Eagle Mondavi up next. 2-0 the count now. Misses, and that is ball 4. So Mondavi takes the walk. First and second, 2 away. Ricky Rodriguez at the plate now. Pick off to second base, not in time. Misses high. Misses in, 2-2 on Rodriguez. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and she fans him to end the inning. 1-0 Miami as they put one on the board in the bottom of the first. We're headed to the top of the second. And it's Tom Krieg to start it off for Vegas. Takes strike 1. Hard grounder on the right side. Lambert lays out for it, throws to Quan, and gets out number 1. A beautiful defensive play there. And Doug Britton up next. Skies this one on the first pitch into center field. He must not have gotten the let's wear Quan out memo. And that's out number 2. Johnny Rocker up next. Hit hard up the middle, another first pitch swing, and maybe that's the way to get to him as this one gets through. Signs of life here with 2 away for the Jokers. Dick Francis at the plate now, runner on first. A big cut at one way out of the zone, 0-2. Popped foul, still 1-2 the count. Soft grounder to Lambert at first, and that'll do it for the top of the second. So we're headed to the bottom. Large lad Layton leading off.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 11. Krieg.
A high strike, 0-1.
That's inside. That's outside. Ball inside.
3-1 the count now on the large lad, who fouls that one away, making the count full. Hits that one very high into center field, not quite gonna go. And Mcguire makes the put out. 1 away for Vinny D.
Fielder, number 12.
That one hit well into left, but Britton is there to record out number 2. And that brings up the dangerous pitcher, Ricky Quan. 0-1 the count on Quan. Swing and a miss at the breaking pitch, 0-2. Fouls that one back. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll do it for your second inning. Still 1-0 Miami as we head to the top of the third.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 9.
AJ Striker, the pitcher for Vegas, up first. One of the few lefty swingers on the Vegas team. And this is a soft grounder up the middle. Mondavi makes it over to it in time for out number 1.
The center fielder, number
And now it's Gunny Maguire. All over that breaking ball, but a little out in front, and it's a foul ball. 1-1 the count now. Up the middle, it's a base hit. So Maguire is on with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the
And
catcher,
Mr. Hugo at the plate now.
99.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't decode that breaking pitch.
Ball inside.
Runner goes, but it's popped up, and he's going to have to retreat. Lambert puts it away. Runner gets dirty, but gets back in time. Out number 2. Runner on first for Spud Perkins. He walked his first time up. Runner goes again. The throw down to second is in time. And they gun him down. I believe that is Gunny's second time caught stealing tonight. And it's out number 3. So we're headed to the bottom of the 3rd. Miami Knights back up to the plate. Soft dribbler in front of the mound. It will be called fair. Hugo throws to first. Quick out number 1. Wes Connors up next. Now, I don't know, but I feel like Miami's pants last season were black. And this season, they're like a dark indigo kind of color. I have to say, vast improvement. It really accentuates the pink much nicer. Too sharp of a contrast before, and I wouldn't have known it at the time, but it's one of those things you just know it when you see it. And so bravo to whoever is designing the Miami threads as the count goes full on Wes Connors, who is a tough customer at the plate staying alive, but forgets how to swing the bat on that one as it breaks right down the heart of the middle for strike 3, and that is quickly 2 away for AJ Striker. And Javier Brizzo at the plate now. 2-1 the count now on Brizzo. He's got an RBI double, but not this time, as that is a soft grounder to Twinscrew for out number 3. Speaking of 3, we've played 3, and it's still 1-0 Miami. So we head to the top of the 4th here in Lafayette Corner. Spud Perkins is your leadoff batter for Vegas. Takes a strike on the outer half. 1-2 the count now on Spud. Hammered up the middle. It's a base hit to lead it off for Vegas. So the Jokers have a base runner here in the top of the 4th. And coming up next is Mike Twinscrew. He's the cleanup hitter. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Pitching around him there. That's a pitch out. 2-0 the count. And hammers that one right into his own dugout. 3-1 the count now. And the count goes full. That one is blooped over the first baseman's head. It will find the grass. It's a base hit, just barely escaping both the first and second baseman's gloves. Boy, you, I don't want to say he was lucky, but he is from Vegas, right? So Tom Krieg up next. Runners on first and second. No one away. Hit very hard right over the glove. The second baseman. Feel like he might have been able to have that if he had gotten a little earlier read on it, but that will bring a run home, and it's a tie ball game now. The Blitzkrieg strikes again, and just when you think everyone knows to watch out for that move in chess, somebody forgets about it. And we saw that right there as the Jokers even the playing field, and this one's up the middle, and they're going to break this one open. Third run heading home, and will reach. It's 3-1 Vegas on the 2 RBI double. Vegas showing some power at the plate. Still no one out here in the top of the 4th. Wheels sort of falling off for Miami. They've got to start to right the ship here pretty quickly. 1-2 the count now on Rocker. And swing and a miss on the inside breaking ball for out number 1.
The third baseman.
Dick Francis at the plate now. Runner on second, just one away. 2-0 the count. Fouls that one into the dugout, 2-1. 3-1 the count now. Misses high, and that'll put another runner on. So runners on first and second for AJ Stryker, the pitcher for Vegas. She's 0 for 1 so far. Miami looking for the twin killing here. Stryker, it looks like she's trying to lay one down to avoid exactly that. But in fact, she will botch the bunt. Quan catches it in the air for out number 2, and the runners will not advance. So no sack bunt there as Gunny Maguire up next. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And 0-2 the count now on Gunny. Hit hard up the middle. Brizzo all over it on the diving play. Makes the play and throws to first for out number 3. Boy, did that save a run. And the reign of terror ends at 3-1. But Vegas striking back in a big way. And now looking to hold on to that lead. Outlaw Owens at the plate now. Hit hard down the first base line, but just foul. That one is blooped over shortstop. It's going to drop. A leadoff single here. We've seen a lot of those dunk hits this game, I feel like. Batter's not getting a lot of it, but getting lucky and just glancing the ball in the perfect way. Can't protect against that. Eagle Mondavi up next. He walked in his first plate appearance. Runner on first, no one out.
That's inside.
And 3-0 on Mondavi. Hit hard, but right at Perkins. Could be 2, and it will be. Goes to second for 1 and over to first for out number 2. A quick 2 outs here for the Jokers, and they will face Ricky Rodriguez with 2 outs, no one home. He drilled that one to right, but unfortunately for him, it will break foul. And 1-1 the count now.
Inside.
2-2. Soft grounder to shortstop. Rocker is there, and that's out number 3. So we've played 4. It's still a tight game. 3-1 Vegas over Miami.
Now batting, the catcher.
Mr. Hugo hoping to start it off in a big way for Vegas. He's 0 for 2 so far. Juan started off on a roll as usual, but hit a little bit of static in that last inning, and now he's looking at a 73 pitch count in the top of the 5th with nobody out, and he's feeling tense. And that's not going to help. This one's over the first baseman. It rolls back to the wall. Hugo rounding first. He will reach second. That is a double to start off the top of the 5th. As Vegas once again threatens in the top of the 5th. Spud Perkins up next, 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. 1-1 now on the potato. That one hit hard, but Large Lad is there to reel it in for out number 1. And now Mike Twinscrew at the plate. Still a runner on second, 1 away. Grounded to the right side. Lambert has to dive for it. Throws to Quan at first, and he gets the out. But the runner will advance, so Hugo is standing on third base right now for Tom Krieg, who's already put up an RBI double today. 2 away. Juan's pitch count rising. He's at 83 now. 2-2 on Krieg. Misses high. Count goes full. Fouls that one away to stay alive. And a lazy fly ball into center should end at the top of the 5th, and it will as D brings it in. We're headed to the bottom, still 3-1 Vegas. Miami managing to wriggle out of that jam, and it's Anthony Layton, the Large Lad, lumbering up to the plate. Hits that one on the ground. Rocker gobbles it up, throws to first. That's one away. Vinny D at the plate now. AJ Striker's pitch count looking a little healthier. Only at 67 here with one out in the bottom of the fifth. As that one is hit hard on the ground to Perkins, but a seasoned second baseman he is. Fields cleanly for out number 2. And Ricky Kwan's night is over as Bobby Big Tits will come in to swing the bat for him. Hit hard on the ground. Third baseman can't handle it. It's off the glove of Francis, and that's going to be an infield single for Big Tits. Big Tits like to swing. That's just what they do, and we saw it right there. Teddy Lambert up next. Runner on first with 2 away. Misses low, 1-2 the count on Lambert. He keeps fouling him away, making Striker work. Misses high, 2-2 the count. That one hit hard up the middle. It will find the grass. First and second now for the Knights, threatening with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Wes Connors the batter now. Striker's pitch count starting to climb a bit, and the Knights are loving every bit of it. Connors 1 for 2 with a single in a big spot here. That one breaks in for a strike. 1-2 now on Connors. Swing and a miss at the high cheese, and that's out number 3. No runs will cross the plate for Miami as LaMichael Jordans comes out in relief. We're headed to the top of the 6th here at Lafayette Corner. It's 3-1 Las Vegas. That one is hit deep into the gap, right center field. It rolls to the wall. Runner headed for 2 will reach no problem. And that's going to go ahead and be a leadoff double for the Jokers on the first pitch, wasting absolutely no time. Johnny Rocker up next. 3-0. It looks like Jordan's a little bit gun shy here after that huge hit into the gap, and he will walk Rocker on 4 pitches. So first and second, no one away for Dick Francis. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Lois, have you seen my strike zone? Can't find it anywhere. Jeez.
Oh, there's a strike. 3-1 the count now. And he misses in. So walks the bases loaded, does Jordan's, and it's bases loaded for the pitcher AJ Striker, and they're going to let her swing. 2-1 the count now on Striker. That one hit up the middle. It's a base hit. Runners going, rounding third, headed home. 2 runs score. Runner safe at third. Runners on the corners, and it's 5-1 Vegas on the 2 RBI single from AJ Striker, the Vegas pitcher. Hit hard to right field. It's gone. Another blast for the Jokers. This one clears the fence, and it is 8-1. Boy, that escalated quickly. The Jokers pouring it on here in the 6th inning. And Mr. Hugo up next. LaMichael Jordan's rattled already, but frankly, who wouldn't be? A quick 5-run pounding he has taken here without recording so much as 1 single out. And Mr. Hugo here to try and keep that going. Hit pretty well to right field, but it's got a lot of English on it, and that's going to keep it out of the glove of Wes Connors. And Hugo with the wheels stretches it to a double. Vegas has no mercy for the Knights tonight. Hit very well over the glove of the large lad Layton, and it rolls into the left field corner. Runner rounding third, headed home, will score. It's an easy RBI double, and that's 9-1 Las Vegas. Boy, this is happening so fast, it's hard to even keep up. Mike Twinscrew at the plate now, 1 for 3 with a single. Runner on second, still no one away. Jordan's still on the mound, and that one gets away from the catcher. Runner advancing to third. The throw nowhere near in time, and it's a free bag. That one, I think, is going to go in as a wild pitch. That was pretty far off. Can't blame that one on the catcher. That one hit up the middle. It's another RBI single. The Jokers take a 10-1 lead. Still no one away here in the top of the sixth. And I don't know who's ever looked up the word rally in the dictionary, but I believe you would find a nice high-quality image of this game next to that word. And that one quickly, too. As Miami finally, after changing their pitcher, gets a quick 2 outs on 1 pitch from the new reliever Edgar Hamilton as he faces Doug Britton, who has hit 2 RBI doubles tonight. Had quite a game at the plate. And it's 3-1 on Britton. And he lost him. So Britton issued a free base. Johnny Rocker coming up next. And I believe with that, the Vegas Jokers have batted around. Fouled that one away, 1-2. Another foul, stays alive. Hit well, but right at the shortstop Mondavi. It's finally over. It's finally over. You can come out of the bomb shelter. 10-1 Vegas after that absolute onslaught. And Javier Brizzo coming up next, trying to formulate some sort of coherent answer. That happened so quickly. 3-1 the count now on Brizzo. He's got the only RBI of the night for Miami. Hits that one up the middle. It's a leadoff single for Javier Brizzo. Outlaw Owens up next. And that'll do it for AJ Stryker. No quality start for her. The double switch also means that Zach Jackson is going to come in and replace Johnny Rocker. Ronnie Steele's your new Vegas pitcher. And he fires a strike to Outlaw Owens. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Now it's 2-2. And a strike 3 swinging. So that is the first out recorded there via a swinging strikeout by the new pitcher Ronnie Steele. And he will face Eagle Mondavi with 1 away and 1 on. 1-2 the count now on Eagle. Hit hard on the ground at Francis, gobbles it up, throws to second, throws over to first. They get 2, and that's the inning. So a quick double play there. The pitching change proves effective. And we're headed to the top of the 7th, 10-1 still, Vegas. Nick Francis at the plate now, 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. And a lazy line drive to Teddy Lambert at first for out number 1. Brings up Zach Jackson, and he replaced Johnny Rocker in the field in the bottom of the last inning, and so this will be his first at bat of the night, quickly behind 0-2. Soft grounder to Lambert again, and that's out number 2. Gunny Maguire up next. He is having a night at the plate, 3 for 4. He's got a homer, 2 singles, and 3 RBIs. Let's see if he can get the 4th on base for the incentive paycheck here. 2-1 the count now on Maguire. He fouls that one away to even the count. Staying alive now is Maguire. As that one is grounded also to Teddy Lambert, who's getting all the action over there at the first base bag. And that'll do it for the 7th, well, the top of the 7th rather, and it is stretching time here at Lafayette. 10-1, Vegas over Miami. Ricky Rodriguez starting it off for the Knights. 0 for 2 so far. 3-1 the count now on Rodriguez. Hit very well, but he got under it. And so it's a mile high. It's going to die in center field. And Maguire is there to put it away. That'll bring up the large Amish lad, Anthony Layton, at the hot corner for Miami. Still looking for his first hit here tonight. And that one is grounded on the right side. Could be trouble, but Perkins is there to put him away. Out number 2. And Vinny D up next. Fouls it away 0-1. Fouls it away 0-2. Swinging strike 3, and that's out number 3. An open and shut inning defensively for the Jokers, and we're headed to the 8th. Mr. Hugo starting it off for Vegas. He's been nothing but trouble tonight. 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles. That one almost hits him. 1-0 rather. 2-1. 2-0. Jeez. And 3-0. Walks Dr. Robotnik on 4 straight pitches as he trots down to first base. Spud Perkins up next. 1-1 the count now on Spud. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that one is drilled into right field on the ground. It's a base hit. First and second for Vegas, who just will not stop hitting. Mike Twinscrew up next. 2 singles and an RBI in 4 at-bats tonight. But no hit here, as that one is skied into right field. Should be routine. The only question is whether the runner will tag, and he will. Connor's throw not in time as it's cut off by Mondavi, and the runner advances. So runners on the corners for Tom Krieg, with 1 away. And that one is hit through the right side. The run will come home, and the Jokers make it a 10-run lead as Krieg hits an RBI single, bringing up Doug Britton, who's got 2 doubles, a walk, and 2 RBIs. Boy, the rap sheets on these guys offensively tonight are just insane. They can't be stopped. Not an easy job being a Miami pitcher this evening. But Hamilton puts him away nonetheless. Swinging strikeout there for out number 2. And Vegas' own hurler comes up to the plate, Ronnie Steele. It's his first at-bat of the night. He fouls it away into his own dugout. Right. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll do it for the Jokers. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Knights up next. But I'm not going to lie to you. It's a blowout so far. 11-1. Vegas over Miami. Let's see if that changes here. David Reathers is going to be the pinch hitter for Miami. Fouls that one away. 0-2 the count on the pinch hitter. Just misses with that. Ball 1. Skied into right field. Can of corn. Tom Krieg puts it away for out number 1. Teddy Lambert, first baseman, who you've become very familiar with defensively tonight. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Takes strike 1, 2-1. 2-2 the count now. Hits it very well into the left center field gap. It's going to one-hop off the wall. Maguire plays the carom, relays it into second base, but it's not in time. So a 1-out double there for Miami, and Wes Connor's up next.
Number 10.
Takes low for ball 1. Drills this one very, very well to left field, but it's going to drift foul. Maybe hit the Steamboat. It will. It hits the Steamboat. 1-1 the count. And another one, but this one's going to fade foul too. Jeez, he loves that Steamboat. 2-2 the count on Wes Connors, who's crushing the ball, but struggling to keep it between the poles. And that one is not going to have the distance. Perkins puts him away, out number 2. And Javier Brizzo up next. Runner on second, 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Brizzo, of course, has the only RBI for Miami tonight. I believe it was a double earlier in this game. This one hit very well to left field. Back, going to the wall, turning, looking, see ya! A 2-run shot for Javier Brizzo. 391, the final measurement on that one as he brings in Teddy Lambert. And it's 11-3. Knights shrinking the deficit a little bit. Outlaw Owens up next, hoping to continue the campaign. Hits it well into right field. First pitch, Krieg gobbles it up, throws to second, holds him at first. But it's a 2-out base hit. And the Knights have another base runner. Ronnie Steele's night comes to a close as Knox Yu comes in. 2-0 the count now. That one breaks in for a strike. 2-1. Eagle Mondave takes strike 2. It's 2-2 now. And the count goes full. Runner will be off on the pitch. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. And misses in. Walks him. So Mondave takes the walk down to first. First and second, 2 away for Ricky Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3 on the night. Going in a miss for strike 1, 0-1. Gets under it and pops it into foul territory. If it stays in play, it's an out, and it does. So that will do it for the 8th inning, heading to the final inning of regulation. It's 11-3 as the Jokers manage to rally back a little bit, but they're going to need a lot more than that if they're going to make this one competitive. Dick Francis starting off for Vegas. He's going to try and add on to the Jokers' already very daunting lead. Dribbler in front of the plate. Ruled fair, and that's out number 1 as he throws down to Lambert at first. Zach Jackson up next. He's 0 for 1 so far. 3-0 the count on Jackson. They're afraid to pitch to him. Oh, there it is. 3-1 on the swinging strike. That one's fouled back to fill the count. And swing and a miss for strike 3. It was all part of the plan as Balakirev puts him away swinging. And I forgot to mention the new reliever for Miami, Yerrick Balakirev. A crafty pitcher with a very, very good breaking ball, as we have seen. Gunny Maguire at the plate now, and he's the perfect counter as he blasts that one into center field for a 2-out single. Jokers have a runner on first with 2 away. Mr. Hugo at the plate now, 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles and a walk. He pops that one into center field. Under it is D to put it away. Rally in their bones? They better hope so, and they better hope it's a big one. 11-3 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for Miami right here, and it's the large lad starting it off. Yu still on the mound for Vegas. 1-2 now on the large lad. Fouls it away to stay alive. Large lad 0 for 3 so far on the night, still looking for his first hit. And he will get it, as that one is over the glove of the first baseman into right field. A leadoff single for the lad. Vinny D up next. Runner on first, no one out. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 on D. This one hit high to left field. Looks like he is under it, and he is. Britton pulls it in for out number 1. Runner retreats to first base. So 1 away now. Runner still on first, and you got to think they're going to pinch hit here, and they will. Allison Bree come in to pinch hit for Yerrick Balakirev, the pitcher. 1-2 the count now on Bree. Hit up the middle, getting dirty as a second baseman, but it's not going to do it. Perkins can't hang on. Would have been a great play, but it's an infield single. First and second now, one away. Teddy Lambert at the plate for Miami. Soft grounder to second, could be two. Perkins to Jackson, over to first, not in time. He runs it out to avoid taking the loss right there. So now 2 away runners on the corners for Wes Connors. Miami down to their final out. Skied into right field, this should do it. Under it is Perkins, calling them off, and he makes the play. So your final score here at Lafayette Corner is 11-3, Las Vegas Jokers over the Miami Knights. The Jokers were just unstoppable. A torrential output of hits, doubles, gappers, homers. Well, probably just the one homer, but still, they were doing everything. And they had a great pitcher on the mound to boot in AJ Stryker, followed it up with some good relief. And really, that's all it takes. 11-3 Vegas over Miami. Looking at the stats here, Gunny Maguire, an immediate standout, went 4 for 6 with a homer, 3 RBIs. Mr. Hugo, 2 for 5. Perkins, 3 for 4. Twinscrew had a pair of hits. Krieg had a pair of hits. Everyone and their brothers got an RBI. AJ Stryker, also a pair of RBIs on that one single. Going over to the Knights, Teddy Lambert had a couple of hits. Wes Connors put one up. Brizzo, 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a dinger. He's your standout hitter from Miami. And not a whole lot else to speak of there. Mondavi took a pair of walks, but other than that, the Knights had to kind of make a meal out of scraps tonight. And when you're down 11-1, like they were at one point, that's not going to be enough. So a resounding victory for Vegas here tonight as they take Game 3 of the Bread Bowl series. And with it, the lead. It's 2-1 now. And of course, Game 4 of that series coming up tomorrow night. We take a look at the pitchers here. AJ Stryker, of course, gets the win, allowing only 1 earned run in 5 innings. Steele came on in relief, gave up 2 earned runs, but was pretty sturdy nonetheless. And then you, of course, finishing it off. Quan, a rare loss for him tonight, came out very strong, but seemed to kind of crumble there in the 5th inning. And LaMichael Jordan's, well, we're going to skip over him. Edgar Hamilton was respectable, and then, of course, Yerrick Balakirev only put up a single inning, but it was a strong inning nonetheless. And so that will do it for Game 3, and we are headed into Game 4 coming up next. It is your New York Empire versus your Los Angeles Wild Things. The battle of the 2 big cities, so don't go anywhere. We got that coming up for you right after this. So stay tuned. Your Los Angeles Wild Things lineup: Tricky Henderson leading off in center, Dick Slap Tallywhack at second base, Pabst Bear Hatman at short, Anthony at first, Skylar Stevens at third, Strawberry out in left, Deacon Nickens in right field, I Am Snowball behind the plate, and Alejandro Kirk on the mound. Empire lineup coming up next. For the New York Empire, it's Merle Maguire starting it off at first base. Rob Masters behind the plate second. Thomas Rose, the shortstop, batting third. Biscuit Basher, the reigning league MVP, out in right field. Joey Trash Phillips in center. Fab Freddy at third. Shun's out in left. Tippington's at second. And Raven Santana will be the starter on the mound. Stick around, we've got the fourth and final game of BHB action coming up right after the break. Hello and welcome everybody to New York City, as it's game 3 of the series between the LA Wild Things and the New York Empire. My name is Tippington, and I'd like to personally thank you for joining us with the BHB this evening. We've had some great games, and this is sure to be another one, as a heated series so far between these two teams. Tricky Henderson will start it off for LA, and it's 2-1. Misses high, and Raven starts the game off with a walk, as Dick Slap Tallywhack up next. That one catches the inside of the plate for strike 1. Strike 2 on the corner again. Hammers that one into the ground for a foul ball. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Ravens got her first K of the day. One away runner on first for Pabst Bear Hatman. Soft grounder to third. Freddie throws it over to first for out number 2. The runner will advance into scoring position for Devin Anthony, the cleanup hitting first baseman. 2-0 the count now on Anthony. 3-1. That one in there for a strike. Count full now. Anthony hits this one into deep right field, but Basher makes it over in time for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Empire coming up next. It'll be Merle Maguire starting it off for New York. It's a hard grounder to Stevens at third, who makes it look easy for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Rob Masters up next. One and 1 the count on Masters. Hits it awkwardly, jammed him a little bit, I think, and that's going to be caught by Darryl Strawberry in left for out number 2. Thomas Rose, the shortstop, up next. Off the end of the bat into center field, and it's a can of corn for Tricky Henderson. A quick 1-2-3 for both sides, and we're headed to the top of the second with all zeros. Skylar Stevens starting it off for LA. Quickly 3-0 on Stevens. And the count goes full. And that one catches the corner for strike 3. A backwards K for Raven Santana. Darryl Strawberry up next. Soft grounder to Thomas Rose at short. It's going to be a tough play, but he gets by a step. Out number 2 recorded there. And it's Deacon Nickens at the plate next. Oh, 2 the count on Nickens, and he strikes out swinging for out number 3. So we are headed to the bottom of the second. Still nothing but goose eggs on the scoreboard. Biscuit Basher looking to change that here. He's not been the hottest hitter in the immediate past, but of course last season winning the first ever Triple Crown in the BHB. So we know that that talent is in there. It's just a matter of whether it decides to show or not, as it's 2-2 now on Basher. A big swing and a miss at the outside pitch for strike 3. And the MVP will walk back to the dugout shaking his head. Bring up Joey Phillips next. 2-2 the count on Joey. And the count goes full. Hits it well into right, but Nickens is there to record out number 2. Bringing up Fabulous Freddy. He's the hot corner for New York. A dribbler back to Kirk on the mound, and he fields it for out number 3. Still scoreless here as we head into the top of the third. If you wanted a quick game, you came to the right place. I am Snowball. Now, you know, a lot of people contribute to this league. We have a lot of people who help out, and they're all very, very much appreciated. But among the people who contribute to this league are the stats team. And I am Snowball recently has been pulling a lot of weight. I've been told he's absolutely killing it for the stats team, and so thank you to I Am Snowball for just making this a categorically better community and league to be a part of. And nice hit, as that one is driven over the first baseman's head for the first hit of the ball game. So runner on first base, no one away. Alejandro Kirk, the pitcher, at the plate. 2-2 the count now on Kirk. And Raven walks the pitcher. So 2 base runners now for LA, no one away for Tricky Henderson, the leadoff batter. That one skied high into center field. Joey Phillips under it, makes the catch. Runner, it's a bluff, not tagging. Everyone stays where they are. First and second, one away for Dick Slap Tallywhack. Hits it hard over the head of shortstop Thomas Rose. Phillips cuts it off, throws it in, but not in time to hold the runner, and LA makes the first impression on the scoreboard. 1-0 Wild Things here in the top of the third. Pabst Bear Hatman at the plate now, 2 on, 1 out. Hits it hard. Rose is all over it. Throws to Tippington, who throws to first. It's a double play, and that will end the damage. But LA manages to scrape together a run and 2 hits as we head to the bottom of the third. New York's answer coming right up. Eric Shun, the man for the job, at the plate now. Hits that one over the middle and right away. It's a leadoff single. New York's first hit of the ball game, bringing up Tippington. A lot of remarks about how his card looks like a fish. I believe it was Samuel L. Jackson saying it best. Does he look like a fish? Then why are you trying to feed him? And that's an infield single as Kirk can't handle it. Raven Santana up next. First and second, no one away. Showing bunt. She pops it, but it ends up being not a terrible bunt. The throw over to first is in time, but the runners advance. Second and third with 1 away. And Merle Maguire up at the plate. Hit very high into center field. Henderson under it. Will it be far enough to bring the runner home? And they certainly think so. Both runners advancing and both are safe. It's a tie ball game here in New York. Rob Masters at the plate now. Go ahead run 90 feet away, but 2 outs on the board. Kirk with the cat-like reflexes to put him away, and that will do it for the third inning. We've got a mirror match up on the scoreboard. 1 run and 2 hits for both teams. And we're headed to the fourth. Devin Anthony will lead it off. Raven Santana still on the mound for New York. Freddie almost with a diving catch, but it's off the end of the mitt. And that's going to go down as an infield single.
The third baseman, number 23.
And Skylar Stevens at the plate next. Runner on first, no one away.
That's outside. Ball, that's low.
2-1 the count now on Stevens. And make it 2-2. Pickoff throw to first to keep him honest. And a soft grounder to Merle at first. Could be two. Over to Rose. Back to Merle. And it's a double play. A quick twin killing for New York. And that'll clear the bases and put 2 red circles on the scoreboard for Darryl Strawberry. Hit hard up the middle. That's a base knock. 2-out single there to keep LA's campaign alive. And that'll bring up Deacon Nickens, the right fielder for LA. Takes a strike on the breaking pitch. And that one misses low. 2-1 now. Way out in front, 2-2. Hit very well through the left side. A single for Deacon Nickens. And that'll be first and second for the Wild Things with 2 away.
The catcher, number 3.
I am Snowball, the stats magician at the plate now. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Got the hitting started for LA. Well, for both teams, really. And 3-0 the count. That one skied into left, swinging on 3-0, and he's going to regret it as Shun puts it away for out number 3. So despite the threat, no runs scored by LA in the top of the 4th, and now it's the Empire's turn.
The shortstop, number 17.
Back up the middle, Kirk all over it. Stunning fielding reflexes by the pitcher to throw over to first, out number 1.
Number 64.
And that'll bring up Biscuit Basher. And he pops this one sky high. Snowball will make the catch for out number 2. And Kirk starting to dig into a rhythm out there. Only 31 pitches deep, with 2 away in the 4th. Joey Phillips fouls it away, 1-1. Fouls that one away as well, and the count is even at 2-2. That one misses and fills the count. Right side ground ball, Anthony swoops it up for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 for the LA defense in the bottom of the 4th, and we're headed to the 5th. Still tied at 1.
Number 85.
Pitcher Alejandro Kirk at the plate. He walked his first time up, and Santana seems determined not to make that mistake again. But she gives up a hit instead, as this one is up the middle. A single for Kirk to lead it off for LA.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 24.
Tricky Henderson at bat now. A grounder to tip at second. This could be 2. Over to Rose, over to first, and it is 2. A textbook double play for New York.
Number 26.
And they clear the bases for Dick Slap Tallywhack. 2 outs. Hard line drive past the diving Thomas Rose. And it will go all the way out to Phillips in deep left center. Regardless, only a single on that one. So a 2-out single there. And that'll bring up Pabst Bear Hatman.
No, that's high. Ball, that's low. Ball inside.
2-0 on the Santa Claus looking Bear Hatman.
That's ball 4.
Just misses on that one, issuing a walk to Bear Hatman. Either that or Santana's trying to make his nice list for this coming holiday. Devin Anthony up next with 2 runners on and 2 away.
Ball high.
Hit hard into center field. It's going to get through a base hit. Runner rounding third, coming home, will score. LA takes another lead. It's 2-1 on the 2-out rally here in the top of the 5th.
No, inside.
Santana beginning to struggle on the mound as she reaches her 80 pitch count. And 3 straight balls to Skylar Stevens. Hit very high into right, not gonna go. Basher under it, records out number 3. But the damage done as LA takes another lead here in the top of the 5th. We're halfway through, it's 2-1. Wild Things over the Empire. Fab Freddy will lead it off for New York. He faces the dealing Alejandro Kirk, who has also been putting on a clinic defensively. Very quick reflexes on those comebackers so far. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Kirk's got another K. 1 away, no one home for Eric Shun, who's 1 for 1 with a single tonight. Hard up the middle. Kirk can't get his hands on that one, and that's going to go in as a 1-out single. So Shun's on first, 1 away for Tippington, who had the infield single a couple innings back. He's 1 for 1. Trying to swim his way on down to first base. And 3 straight balls, very close to doing just that. And misses high for ball 4. 4 straight balls to the fish. And it's first and second here with 1 away. And Raven Santana's night is coming to a close here. Pinch hitter Elon Schaefer will come in. And that's a line drive to first. Anthony is there to make the catch. 2 away now. And Merle Maguire up next. 2 on, 2 out in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 the count. Hit on the right side, hops up into Anthony's glove, and he takes it to first to end the inning. So no runs for New York there, and Nathaniel Hammerhead will be the reliever for New York as we head to the top of the 6th.
Now batting the left fielder, number 18.
Darryl Strawberry will be the leadoff hitter for LA. He's 1 for 2 with a single so far. Hits very well into the left center field gap. It's going to one-hop off the wall. Joey Phillips plays the carom. Throws it into second base, but not in time. That's going to be a leadoff double for Darryl Strawberry.
Now batting the right fielder.
Deacon Nickens up now with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Low. 1-1 the count now on the Deacon. Guys it in the center field. Phillips under it. Makes the play. Runner bluffs the tag, but he's going to stay right where he is. Runner on second, 1 away for the catcher I.M. Snowball. 0-1 the count now on Snowball. Takes strike 2. That one misses away for ball 1. This one is lofted into the gap. It's going to drop. Run will come around to score. Basher is all over it at the wall, but not before Snowball reaches second, standing up with an RBI double.
Now batting the
Pitcher Alejandro Kirk up now, and he's swinging away. And why wouldn't he? He's walked and singled so far. Runner on second, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Wild Things have a 3-1 lead. And the bunt is a good one. Moves the runner up to third as New York records out number 2 at first base. Tricky Henderson up next. Runner on third, 2 away. And swings and a miss for strike 1.
Ball, that's inside. No, inside.
2-1 the count now on Henderson. Hit hard into the left field gap. That's going to bring Snowball home. Wild Things go up 4-1. And Henderson rounding first. He is safe at second.
Now batting the second baseman.
An RBI double there for Henderson. Gives the Wild Things a 4-1 lead, bringing up Dick Slap Tallywhack, who has been dangerous at the plate tonight. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and an RBI.
Ball, that's outside.
2-2 the count now on Tallywhack. Swing and a miss for strike 3, puts him away. But the damage done, 2 runs put up by LA in the top of the 6th gives them a 3-run lead. It's 4-1 as we head to the bottom. Rob Masters will lead it off for New York. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 now on Masters. Fouls that one away. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Kirk has really got a groove going out there. Thomas Rose up next. A rare 0 for 2 so far for him. He's usually very formidable with the bat.
Nope, that's inside.
1-1 the count now on Rose.
That's high.
That one breaks in for a strike. 2-2. Rose staying alive here.
Ball, that's low.
Takes ball 3, a full count now. Hit very well deep to right field, no doubt about it. See ya! Thomas Rose puts up a solo dinger to shrink the lead. It's 4-2 now. And that one is going to reach all the way to the sex number, 420. Some might say, nice. Biscuit Basher up next.
Ball, that's up.
1 away, no one on. Soft grounder to second base. Tallywhack throws to first for out number 2. Basher's slump continues as Joey Phillips up next. And he pops it to first. Devin Anthony cleans it up. Out number 3. We've played 6. It's 4-2 here in New York. Los Angeles Wild Things lead. Pabst Bear Hatman will start it off for LA.
Nope, that's high.
Hit hard off the head of Hammerhead. He got hammered in the head, and we're going to need a gurney for this guy. That was rough. New York going to the bullpen, bringing in Jericho Guns. And, of course, we here at the BHB hope that Hammerhead recovers smoothly. It's going to be a long road after that laser to the dome there. Devin Anthony at the plate now. Runner on first base. No one away.
Ball. Take your base.
And he walks him. So first and second now, no outs. Skylar Stevens at the plate, still looking for his first hit.
No, that's high.
2-1 the count now on Stevens.
No, that's low.
That one misses low. 3-1 in dangerous proximity of walking the bases loaded.
Ball 4.
And he will. Bases loaded now, still no one away. And Darryl Strawberry up next. Hit well, but Rose is all over it. Throws to second. Tippington throws to first. Can't get to. The run scores. It's 5-2. Wild Things. A great play by Thomas Rose there. But not much you can do when the bases are juiced and there's no outs. Somebody's probably going to score. Deacon Nickens at the plate now. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Rose throws home, and they got him in a pickle. Could argue it would have been easier to go for the double play, but you do what you do in the heat of the moment. And they run him down for out number 2. Runners on first and second now. 2 away for I Am Snowball. Takes strike 1 on the breaking pitch. Another breaking pitch, strike 2. 0-2 now. Almost offers at the high cheese, but doesn't. 1-2. And takes strike 3. Goes down on the backwards K. But one more for LA that inning, and it's time to stretch here in New York.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Fab Freddy at the plate now, leading it off for New York City. Alejandro Kirk still out on the mound, and why wouldn't he be? He's looking very strong. Pitch count only at 69. Nice. And that one is grounded to shortstop. Bear Hatman throws to first. 1 away.
now batting, the left fielder.
And it's Eric Shun up next. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles.
That's down.
A rare bright spot in the New York lineup offensively tonight.
Ball high.
3 straight balls to the Shun man. Make it 4, and he will take the walk down to first base. Runner on first, 1 away for the blubbering fish, Tippington. 1 for 1 with a walk tonight. Hit well into right field. Deacon slides, can't hold on to it, and it's going to be a single. Rounding second is Shun, and he will make it to third. Runners on the corners now with only 1 away. Pitcher Jericho guns at the plate, but they're going to put in Sance Chanders to pinch hit. I'm not sure what happened, but I assume a pass ball, and New York scores. Sorry, my stream froze. I didn't see, but wow. So New York gets a run out of that. Tippington advances to second, and Sance Chanders hits this one deep to center field. It's back to the wall, going off the wall. Henderson gathers, throws it in. Tippington headed home. Tallywhack throws to third. And it's a 1-run ball game here. Merle Maguire up next, tying run in Chanders on second. Tallywhack climbs the ladder and robs him of the hit. Definitely saves the tying run. And Rob Masters at the plate now with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. Kirk still on the mound for LA. And if this lead changes hands, there are going to be a lot of questions asked about that. 3 straight balls to Masters. And that one's in there for a strike. Hit on the ground to Bear Hatman, throws to first, and that'll end the 7th inning, but not before the Empire put up 2. It's a 5-4 ball game here in the Big Apple as we head to the top of the 8th. Brian Blaze, the new pitcher for New York, as Alejandro Kirk's night comes to an end, and Timber Faulkner will be the pinch hitter for him. He grounds the first pitch to Fab Freddy at third, who rifles it over to first for out number 1. And Tricky Henderson up next. He's got a double, a walk, and an RBI tonight. Grounder to the fish at second base, throws it over to first for out number 2. A quick 2 outs here for Brian Blaze. Dick Slap Tallywhack up next. 2 for 4 tonight with a pair of singles and an RBI. But no RBI here as that one is popped to Thomas Rose at short for out number 3. A quick 1-2-3. New York hasn't seen that in a while defensively, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. 1-run game, reliever Dexter Jackson taking over on the mound for the City of Angels. Thomas Rose, whose bat delivered that huge blast to right during his last appearance. He will lead it off for New York Empire here. And he drills this one into the gap. It's going to go to the wall. All the way to the wall. Rose rounding first at second. He'll stop there. A standing leadoff double for Thomas Rose. And if you're New York, that's just about the best case scenario here. Biscuit Basher up next, looking to redeem himself on an 0-for-3 night. Rose again on second base. No one away yet. Takes strike 2, 2-2 on the MVP. This one hit well into center field. It's back. It's not going to go. Tricky Henderson makes the catch, but it will advance the tying run, Thomas Rose, to third base. And there's 1 away, and the tying run 90 feet from home plate as Joey Phillips takes over at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 the count. Oh, right in the gonads of Dexter Jackson, and it's an RBI infield single, ultimately, for Joey Phillips. Empire tie it up 5-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Go-ahead run on first. Dexter Jackson rattled, and how couldn't he be? He just got destroyed right in the twig and berries. Fab Freddy puts it through the left side of the infield. First and second now, 1 away. New York putting up a very, very strong, compelling argument for winning this game. Eric Shun up next, 2 runners on, 1 away. A rattled Dexter Jackson on the mound, trying not to think about the pain climbing from his groin region up through his stomach.
outside.
3-1 the count now on Shun.
Take your base.
And he walked him. Bases walked loaded for the swimming fish Tip Tippington.
Pitching, number 13.
And it's going to be Molecular Chungus, the new pitcher on the mound for LA.
Ball, that's up.
Misses high for ball 1. Strike 1 on the inner half. 1-1 the count.
That's high. No, that's inside.
3-1, in danger of walking in the go-ahead run. Tippington hits this one deep to right field. It's back to the wall. A grand slam! New York takes a 4-run lead on the right field blast by the swimming fish Tip Tippington. It's a grand slam. 9-5 New York. Ground ball there from Brian Blaze, thrown out at first base. Out number 2, Merle Maguire up next. Chungus looking to recover here.
Ball outside.
Drilled deep to left, but that one will fade foul. Fouls it off to stay alive. 1-2 the count now. Bear Hatman gets dirty, makes an outstanding play, and gets him by a step. So that ends the damage there, but not before the umpire throw up a big crooked number to take a big lead here in the late game. 9-5 as we head to the final frame of regulation.
That's high.
Last chance here for LA. Brian Blaze still on the mound, faces Pabs to Bear Hatman. 1 for 3 on the night with a walk.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 11.
Devin Anthony up next, as that is a free bag issued. So runner on first, no one away.
That's outside.
And quickly 2-0 on Anthony. Misses in, almost beans him.
Take your base.
And a 4-pitch walk issued there. Blaze potentially losing control of the strike zone, allowing 2 runners on in a row as Skylar Stevens steps in. No one away, 2 on base here in the top of the 9th. Fires a strike there, 1-1. And that's softly grounded to the mound. Blaze throws to first, but it will advance the runner. That's as good as a bunt. Runners on second and third with 1 away for Darryl Strawberry.
Ball outside. High.
2-1 the count to the Strawberry. He's even wearing red. 2-2 now. Takes strike 3 for out number 2. And the Wild Things are down to their final out.
Number 35.
And it will be Deacon Nickens at the plate. 1 for 4 tonight with a single.
No, that's low. No, inside.
Takes 2 balls, 2-0.
Ball outside.
That one gets away from the catcher. The runner's trying to advance. Heading home, and they tag him for out number 3. That's the ball game. New York wins this one 9-5. You can't say enough about offensive production, and when it really gets rolling, it can be a beautiful thing. That is, of course, unless you're in the field. LA got it started early tonight, but the Empire came in late, and they came up bigger. On the Wild Things side, Tallywhack making a big impression. Devin Anthony walking a lot and getting 2 hits. Darryl Strawberry showing up. I Am Snowball really, really doing a good job. And Alejandro Kirk even putting up a hit and a walk. On the Empire side, a lot of the big names. Not a lot of output tonight. Mcguire, Basher. But then you look at people like, Masters also could be in that category, but Thomas Rose stepping it up with the first home run to really kind of break things open. Joey Phillips gets an RBI. Tip Tippington, of course, the grand slam. And a walk in there as well. And you put all that together. Oh, Eric Shun as well. Can't forget him. You put all that together and you get yourself a pretty good win. And with that, the Empire have taken their third win of this series at home. And we will go on to the pitching stats. Alejandro Kirk, it cannot be understated how great of a performance he had tonight. 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 2 of which I think were in the final inning. Only 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Only gave up 1 shot, and remember that was the solo shot to Thomas Rose. Dexter Jackson had a rough night, and it's not entirely his fault. He got drilled in the sack. That's going to be hard to pitch after. But regardless, they left him out there. He gave up 4 earned runs, 3 hits, a walk. And then, of course, Molecular Chungus was the one who threw the fateful pitch that caused him to pay for it all with that grand slam from Tip Tippington. On the Empire side, Raven Santana. She had a bit of a shaky night. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, looked good early, gave up 2 earned runs, 8 hits, so she's very hittable. Hammerhead came out, did not do well. 4 hits in 1 inning of play, 3 earned runs, and only 1 strikeout. Jericho Guns cleaned things up a bit despite his 2 walks, and then Brian Blaze put a nice little bow on everything to tie it up. So those are your stats for tonight. We'll head over to the cards. Tip Tippington takes the first place spot, 3 for 3 with, a grand slam, 2 runs scored. Thomas Rose, a close second, a booming shot early in the game, a double, and scoring 2 runs himself. Eric Shun also a little bit quieter, but still important nonetheless, 2 for 2. Scored 3 of the runs on the board for New York. And despite their slow offense coming out of the gate, they made up for it late. And anyway, that's your final. Empire take this one 9-5. And that will do it for BHB action tonight. Thank you so much for joining us again. My name is Tip Tippington, and we'll see you next time here at the BHB.